that's right. It's a continuation of the I Love Ann show. Hey, we're always talking about businesses and trying to get more business into our area, not only in our area, across the state and across the country. And today we're going to be talking to a business that has been around for a good many years, but they are now coming to Greenwood. That's right. We're going to be talking about Griffin Pools. And so I understand they're going to be having some fantastic opening deals here so that you can see about staying home more and having good times at the pool. You also do pool tables and spas. We're going to be talking all about that. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you Rob Bowers, who is a manager with Griffin Pools, and the new local manager, Scott Hughes, with Griffin Pools. Now, Rob, how are you doing today?
Doing fine, doing fine. Glad to be here.
We're glad to have you here. And what made y'all decide that Greenwood would be a good area to come to?
Well, we have been looking to expand probably for the last couple of years. And with the economy, we kind of sat back and did not. We have stores in Camden. We have 3 stores in Columbia.
You just opened one in Chapin?
Yeah, we have one in Chapin. We just opened that store, and we're just trying to expand our market some. And Greenwood, we built some in-ground pools up here in this area, and some in-ground spas as well. And we just decided, you know, we're going to take the plunge. The time seemed right. The fellow that owns the property made us a deal we could not resist. So we said, what the heck? We went ahead and did it. So.
Well, good for you. Now, where exactly is the new Griffin Pools going to be located?
It is on the Highway 221-72, which is, I think it's about 2 miles from here, maybe.
Very close.
Yeah, very close. And it's we just renovated the store. We're bringing product in the next couple of days, and we are going to be open for business this Friday.
I understand how you said we are going to be open on Friday. Deadlines somehow make the job get done, don't they?
Exactly right. So we had to set a deadline, and that is it. So we are going to be open for business. The doors will be open Friday, April 6th.
April the 6th. Now, it seems to me like this season has certainly started off very warm, very early for this time of the year. I guess that'll give a good boost to the pool business.
It has. We are about a month ahead of schedule with chemical sales, with in-ground and above-ground pool construction, which is a great thing for us because if it's cold in March and April, you don't get those months back. So it's been a big boost for us.
That's right. That's why you are going to open on April 6th.
No doubt. That's right. Yes, ma'am. No doubt.
Well, that's great. Now, the phone number out there, 223-3081. Do you already have people out there working? Are you answering the phones? Or?
We are. We're going to leave the station here and go over there immediately and just start bringing inventory in, spas and chemicals. We have an above-ground pool we put up yesterday. We have 2 more we're going to put up this week. So, yeah, the phones are there, so you can call, we'll answer.
That's right. Okay, so that's 223-3081. Now, Scott, you are from Greenville, and you're going to be managing the local store here. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. We are very excited to be here in Greenwood.
In Greenwood. Now, you have a background in pools. How long have you been working for Griffin Pools?
Well, I am new to the Griffin Pools team, but I have been in this industry for about 15 years. I have seen a lot of highs and also have seen lows. And
you have no way to go but up, right?
That's right. One thing about our business is more and more people are staying home. And with the rising gas prices, yeah. That's right, and with pools and billiard tables, and with portable spas and all of the new innovations.
It's not your pool of 20 years ago.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah. It's a lot of fun, and the warranties are incredible.
Warranties are incredible.
On the newer products.
So I know a lot of people have had those above-ground pools, and you know, at some point, if you've had an above-ground, you probably like to really have it all built in, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And so what are some of the advantages, Rob, of an in-ground pool, and particularly if it came from Griffin Pools?
Well, like Scott was saying, the way the design and the manufacturing process, the way pools are built now, you can customize your pool. You can have radius curves to it, reverse radius curves.
They're not just the same.
It's not a square rectangle pool anymore, no, ma'am. It's most of them are free form with benches, with bars. So your imagination really is your limit when designing an in-ground pool.
And I guess the cost too can go that way too.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. The bigger the imagination,
The bigger
more money you're looking at. Yes, ma'am.
Sure. So pools have certainly changed up, and of course all the filtering. And what about the chemicals, Scott? What can you tell us about the chemicals? Because I know that's always a concern, that you're putting chemicals in the pool, and of course you've got children swimming in the pool. What can you tell us about that?
Well, first of all, we are one of the largest BioGuard chemical dealers in America. And not only can we bring...
In America.
Right.
Yes,
not just South Carolina.
That's right. Yeah, countrywide. And not only can we bring the best prices around, but we offer a variety of products, not just your chlorine-based systems. With the innovations in salt and with chlorine generators, it's a wonderful experience. The water is softer. You do not have the residuals from just straight chlorine, for instance, burning of eyes and
changing of hair color.
Changing of hair color.
Right, yeah.
Or loss of hair.
Or loss of hair. Scott, it looks like you might have lost a little hair.
That's right. Too much chlorine.
Okay.
But also, there are other alternatives to chlorine and salt. There's also zinc oxidation-based systems. So we not only have it all, but we're able to bring the price to the marketplace better than anyone else can.
Well, so what you're telling us is it is a lot safer now.
It is. Number one, it's safer, but number two, it's more cost-effective than it's ever been before, and that's what we're really excited about.
Cost effective. Well, now, what about when you look at pools and this type of thing? Rob, what are some of the most important things to look at when purchasing a pool?
Well, really, you want to start with your budget. You know, because that can determine.
My budget is very low.
Yeah, like most people. Exactly right. Exactly right. So you want to look at what you can spend on the whole project, or what you can spend per month. Because there's a lot of finance companies, especially in the last year or so, that have come on board with us and are really helping us out and helping our customers out.
And I presume you probably have some good financing deals, long-term wise. And
yes, ma'am. On spas, above ground pools, and in ground as well. The other thing you want to do is look at one, if you have kids, you know, and the safety precautions you want to take to protect those kids. There's different products out there that just give you peace of mind, really, when you have a pool. And fencing, you want to see if you want to contact your homeowners or your homeowners association or insurance company and find out if you need whatever required fencing to go around the pool.
Well, I think fencing probably is a very important part of the pool because you know, I was reading and I was surprised. I hadn't really thought about it, but it says that drowning is silent. You know, you don't think about that. You think about the movies and they're flaring around and everything. But then when you think about people that have drowned, you think nobody even knew. They went out and discovered the body in the pool.
Right,
so
exactly.
You want to make sure that you have it safety all the way around it, and there is even alarms and everything you can put on them.
Yes, ma'am. There's different types of alarm. There's for small kids. There's I think they call them alligator bracelets or turtle bracelets. The kid wears a bracelet. If the bracelet gets wet, it sounds an alarm, and you can have the alarm outside and inside. There's also motion detector alarms, where if the water moves, and you can adjust the sensitivity of it. If the water moves, the alarm goes off. There's also alarms you can put on your fence gate. If the gate opens, the alarm goes off. So there's many ways to protect your kids.
Just your kids
yes,
and family members. All right. Well, we are here with Griffin Pools here today. We're here with Rob Bowers and Scott Hughes. We want you to stay right with us right here on WCRS. We are going to hear a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to talk more about pools and a new business opening, Griffin Pools, right here on Friday, April 6th. They did not open on April Fool's Day. They're opening on April 6th. We'll be right back. That's right. We are right here at Sharp Facets Gallery getting ready for a big day. Right now we are talking to Griffin's Pools and Spas. They are going to be coming right here to Greenwood, and you are going to be able to check it all out. Of course, you can drive by now right over there at 1621 Highway 72 221. Easier to say, right across from the old Civic Center, I might add, right? Would be the easy way to describe it. And of course, the phone number there, 223-3081. That's 223-3081. And if you're going to need to get a spa, which you probably are, and you're going to want to keep those chemicals for your pool and whatever, you may need to sell some gold. So I recommend you come right here to Sharp Facets Gallery on the 72 bypass. Right now, the price of gold is staying pretty steady at $1,679, up already $3 this morning. Silver has made it over $33. Hallelujah, come see us today. You know, you are going to be glad when you do, because not only do we buy the gold, but we buy the diamonds and the colored stones, and we look at it. Is it in good condition? We're going to give you more. Is it in meltdown condition? We're going to give you the highest price for scrap gold. So come see us today, and don't forget about silver. Sterling silver jewelry, silver coins. How about that flatware that you're not using? Maybe you'd like to turn it into a pool. Well, come see us right here at Sharp Facets Gallery on the 72 bypass. So, Scott, you were telling me that something about the spas, that you're really looking to make an impact with the spas here in Greenwood. What can you tell us about your spas?
Well, we feature 3 different manufacturers, and we have 15 spas on display in our Greenwood location. That is more than anyone else in this market.
Can you come out and test them?
You sure can.
Okay.
Clothing is required.
Clothing is required. Let's see. Clothing is not optional. Okay.
You can schedule a wet test, and believe it or not, many people test drive a spa before they purchase. We have spas as far as price ranges that range anywhere from $29.95 up to your state-of-the-art TVs, stereo systems, all digital, iPod, multiple speakers, subwoofers. Not everybody needs that. Even folks.
Sounds good, though.
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. We have spas that have up to 80 jets in them, rotating swivel jets. But our spa start is low, is $29.95, and run on a 110-volt line. So no special electrical required for our starter models.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Now, you were saying you can come out and can you come out there and test it, or you'll bring it out and let them try it at home? I mean, you know, is there a privacy fence? I mean, what have we got going on out here, guys?
They would come in the store, and we will always have at least 3 of our models with water in them, trying to show every different equipment pack from just a regular size motor to multiple motors, so they can not only see if it fits the family's needs and budget, but if the jets hit their body in the correct position. We're all different sizes and shapes, so we have spas for everyone.
And if you want to come after hours, we can probably arrange that too.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go. So you can get your special spa treatment.
We can accommodate.
Spa treatment right out there at Griffin Pools.
Absolutely.
Well, I know, Rob, that you work very hard because you're the manager here, for all the stores.
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that's a full-time job?
Yes, the manager for we have 7 stores now, and we have a huge construction department division with in-ground construction. So I'm over that as well. So I stay busy, especially this time of year, April, May, June, July.
How are you at Christmas time?
Tired.
Yes.
Yes, tired.
I just wondered, so there really is a season. Now is the season.
It is very seasonal, and again, our season's jump-started about a month early, which is great for us. And it'll continue through the end of July. Usually, the season starts to dim when you start talking about school, going back to school, and it's been that way for 15 years. So right now is when we make hay.
That's right. Now, you are from Columbia, is that right?
Yeah, I went to school at USC.
Mm-hmm.
Graduated in '92. That's where I met my wife in 1989. Make sure to get these dates right.
That's right.
And
you could be in a lot of trouble if
yes,
you don't. Yes.
And I actually
When's your wedding anniversary?
August 29th.
August 29th. All right, you're good.
I met my wife and Mr. Griffin in the late 80s and early 90s and worked part-time for him putting in pools.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a retail store until 1995, so he was all new construction. I worked on the crew part-time, and he kept asking me to come full-time. I was like, no, Stan, no, Mr. Griffin. I got to finish school and see what's out there. He talked me into it in 1995.
He's very persuasive.
Very, very persuasive. So I came on board in 1995, and
we do have to say you are married to his niece.
I
In full
am married
disclosure,
to his niece,
yes,
to his beautiful niece. Yes.
Now, what did you want to do when you grew up?
Well, you asked me that earlier. When anybody asked me that, my first thing that pops in my head is play basketball at Duke University. That did not work out at all.
What did you think about the game last night?
Hey,
what did you think about Kentucky winning?
Yeah, I mean, like everybody else, I thought they'd pull it off. You know, Kansas had their moments. They got within, 6 there towards the end.
Right.
They had their moments, but Kentucky's just tough. I mean, they're big and strong and fast. So.
What did you think there, Scott?
About the basketball game?
About the basketball game. I mean, we might as well talk about that for a second. It's on everybody's mind.
It was very thrilling, very thrilling.
Were you sitting in a spa as you watched the game?
I was not.
I just need to ask. How about you, Rob?
I was in my recliner.
You were in your recliner?
Yeah,
I've been working 15-hour days, so I was in my recliner as well.
Your recliner.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Did you think Kentucky was going to win?
I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, there you go. We've now had our sports talk for this morning right here on the I Love Van show. All right. So, what is the most important thing, Rob, that you have actually learned from Stan Griffin as far as business and moving forward here?
I tell you, what I think the secret is really in any business is just the customer service. You know, because they're the ones that pay your bills. They're the ones that make you get your paycheck because of them every Friday. So customer service is really, really important to me and to the employees at Griffin Pools, to our staff. We try to take care of our customers 100% of the time.
So if somebody has a problem or something with a pool, you'll be right there.
Pool, spa, chemical, somebody else's pool, yes.
So you'll even look after another person's pool, chemicals, I guess, if you're having a problem, because I know that's a big problem for a lot of people, and they don't know how to get the chemicals right. You either have algae growing, and then you put too much in, and you can't get in it. So what do you have to say?
One of our main successes that Griffin Pools has experienced is not only do we sell a wonderful array of chemicals and alternative products to chlorine sanitation, but we also computer analyze their water. We test it and we let the computer pinpoint exactly what the customer needs to do. Raising alkalinity, lowering pH, adding clarifier. Our advanced computer system digitally reads their water analysis and tells us where they should be, where they are, and what they need to do. And it's our job to not oversell the customer, but to give them exactly what they need and to build a trust.
So somebody could bring the water before they've added chemicals to it, and then after they've added the chemicals. Is that what you're saying?
And if our customers are in a hurry and on the go, they can even drop their water off, come back later, and we'll have everything ready up by the counter with their name on it, ready to go.
So it's definitely a quick stop.
Absolutely.
And the pollen does not help at all.
The pollen does not help at all.
No, it is not. It's not an aid to filtration and sanitation for your water. It is not. So.
Sure. Now, a lot of people, do they have heaters here? I mean, I'm from Maine originally, so, you know, I'm from the cold climate up there, and having a heater was a good thing to have. What about here in the South?
You know, last year we built right around 100 in-ground pools, and probably 5 to 10, I'd say 5 to 7 get heaters. It extends your season 2 to 3 weeks in the spring, and then 2 to 3 weeks at the end of the summer. So we don't sell a whole lot of heaters. We really don't.
Yeah, but I don't really think. I mean, the water. I think we keep the water too warm, don't we? Actually.
You know,
I mean, it's supposed to be refreshing.
It is. And in late July and August, that water temperature gets into the lower 90s, which is like basketball.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Well, we are here with Rob Bowers, and we are here with Scott Hughes. We are right here at South Carolina News. So why don't you stay right with us, have another cup of coffee. I'm going to get one from McDonald's, so don't you go away. We'll be right back. Oh, that's right. Looks like we are right back here at Sharp Facets Gallery on the 72 bypass. We are going to be opening at 10 o'clock here this morning, just like we do every day. And today we're talking about a new business. Actually, it's an old business, but it's a new business to Greenwood here. Gosh, Griffin Pools, they've been here, since the early 80s?
Yes, ma'am.
So they are well established. And when you are dealing with pools and spas and whatnot, you want somebody that you know that's going to be there. So Griffin Pools, this is who you want to deal with, right out of Lexington. Is that where they're original?
Yes, that's where our company, our corporate headquarters is, right in Lexington, South Carolina.
So you can always check it out right there. Now, do y'all have a website?
Yes, we do.
Yes, and
Completely revamped about 2 months ago.
okay, so you've got it all updated.
Well, it's a work in progress, but we're pretty much there. Yes, GriffinPoolsandSpas.com, one word. So you go online, check us out. We have all of our product on there, background information on the company. So it's a pretty cool website.
So you can go to Griffin Pools
And Spas.com,
Griffin
or
Pools.
you can Google Griffin Pools,
Okay.
and we'll be in the top 5.
Okay, Griffin Pools, and do you spell out and A-N-D?
Yes.
Pool? Yeah, okay. Griffin Pools and Spas, right there.com, right there on the internet. Great way to find out more. You know, we've had several calls come in about where. They are going to be across from the old Civic Center, right out there across the street. So the actual address is 1621 Highway 72, 221, right here in Greenwood. But I think the easiest landmark is that big old Civic Center. So if you want to give them a call, write this number down, 223-3081. That's 223-3081. They are actually officially opening on Friday. That's right. They had to set a date. They have set a date. They said, what'd you say, you had 15 spas out there ready to be put up, put in the store so people will be able to come out and see them on Friday. Is that right, Scott?
That is correct, and we have all of our wiring done, and we're going to have at least 3 models with water so we can demonstrate all the spas.
Every time you say 3 models with water, all I can figure is girls in bathing suits out there. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I was going to wear a Speedo, but that's still up for debate.
Personally, I'm not sure. I'm trying to give a visual here now.
I'm not.
Scratch that. Scratch that.
All right. Well, they are going to be out there anyways, and they're going to be having a good time, and they want your business. Now, Scott, one of the things that you said was going to be starting out there, did I hear something about possibility of 12 months, same as cash?
That is correct. We will be running 12 months same as cash on any purchase of $1,000 or more on above ground pools, pool tables, and above ground pools.
Okay. What about spas?
Yes.
Does spas? I mean,
Yes.
did you say spas? I may not have heard it. Okay, so, and is that any specific time length that you're going to be doing that? Is that all the time?
We're
or
going
how
to be
does that
doing
work?
it for grand opening
Okay.
and running that through the whole month of April. We always have a 6-month same as cash that we can run for the customer.
That makes a difference.
Right, it sure does. But as long as they pay it off within that term, they do not pay 1 penny in interest. It is with approved credit through our lender that we use.
Sure. So, you know, it is interesting because for the last 3 years, it's been hard for individuals to get these 6 months, 12 months type deals.
That's right. The banks have been tight, as we all know, for the last few years. We use lenders instead of banks. We use lenders, and they are in the business to lend money.
Isn't that a good thing?
It is.
That's the American way, isn't
Yes,
it?
ma'am, it is. That's right.
Sometimes they might require a little money down, maybe 10%, maybe $300-400 on most of your sales, but they are simple interest loans. You can pay them off at any time, and there is no penalty. Anything you pay more than the minimum goes directly onto principal. So we do all the paperwork for you. You just sign and swim.
Sign and swim, sign and spa, or now another part of your business, and are you going to have these on display, is the pool tables.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to
Yes,
have pool
ma'am.
tables there too?
Yes, ma'am, we are. We're going to have 3 to 5 on display. Typically, the billiard season is in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Your pool season's in the spring, billiards in the fall. So we're going to have them on display. We're going to hit that really hard August, September, October.
Sure, when you're starting to move inside,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Absolutely. All right, well, I just wanted to mention that because I know that's part of what you do. Now, Scott, what are some of the deals that will be going on out there at Griffin Pool and Spas?
We are going to be featuring for grand opening a 24-foot diameter, 4-foot deep pool. It's about 13,000 gallons of water. It comes with your complete maintenance and vacuum system, your deck mount ladder, a beautiful full print liner. Installed, we will come out to the home, do your leveling up to a certain point. If some people do need more leveling, we can certainly do that. And that includes your base for the pool, $29.95 completely installed.
$3,000.
You just add the water.
Absolutely. Well, that's not as cheap as it used to be, is it? Adding water now. I mean,
No, right,
truthfully,
exactly.
it's not. Yeah. Now, do you keep your pool? Do you keep it full all year round?
Yes, you do not want to drain an above-ground pool. Some people do tend to put a winter cover over the pool, and we will get those in the fall time. Very easy to close a pool down, very easy to open a pool. And part of our job and what we want to help with is making that very easy for the customer.
Now, what if somebody has a pool above ground, in ground, but what if they have one that they bought somewhere else and they're having some problems? Rob, are you all handling that type of?
Yeah, you can give us a call. We have a service division, an in-house service division that handles everything from liners to mechanical problems with your pump or your filtration system. So if it's a question you have about the pool, about the chemicals, about the pump or filter, you just give us a call and we'll narrow it down, in ground or above ground.
Okay. And what about on spas? I mean, people may already have a spa; they're having a problem with it.
Right. We have a full-time service tech that's been trained. He can come out and troubleshoot. The spa's a little tricky, so you actually have to come out and do some diagnostics on it, whether it's electrical, whether it's plumbing, and figure out what the problem is with spas. But yes, whether it's our spa or someone else's spa, we can take a look at it.
You can take a look at it.
Yes, ma'am.
What, in the time that you've been there, what has been the most fantastic pool that you have ever seen installed? I know this is off the subject, but I just get kind of curious. Have you been in Architectural Digest? I mean, can we find?
Yeah. Well, 2 years ago, we were in the top 50 pool builders in the country.
Wow.
Put up by Pool and Spa News Magazine.
Right.
So that was a pretty big award for us.
Absolutely.
And our bread and butter has been steel wall, vinyl liner, in-ground pools.
Okay.
We did gunite pools or plaster pools back in the late 90s and 2000, 2001. So we've done some wild designs out there. But probably the craziest thing and the largest pool we've done is for the owner, for Stan.
How does that not surprise me?
It kind of looks like a miniature Lake Murray with all the little finger coves and everything. So it's a crazy looking pool.
Absolutely.
We've done negative edges where it looks like the water is just runs off the edge and just disappears, which it does. We've done pools with bar stools in them. We've built pools inside homes. So we've done just about every type of installation you could probably think of.
So if somebody has a wild and wacky and crazy idea,
Yes.
you can design it and build it.
We can do it. We can absolutely do it. And access usually is not a problem. 2 years ago, we had to float a fiberglass pool across Lake Murray because there was no access to the guy's backyard. So we had to float it to a neighboring road, load it back on with a boom truck, and then take it to his house. So it was. We have to be creative sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, that's what I was. You
Yeah.
don't want people to. I think people like to know that if they can have a dream or they have an idea, that this can be done.
Yeah, we'll work with them. We definitely, access sometimes is a problem, but we'll do our best to get over that obstacle.
Could we say if they have the money, you can make it happen?
Pretty much, yes.
Pretty much. There you
Yes,
go. All
there
right.
you go. That's the way the world spins. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes,
It does
no
so
doubt.
far. It
Yes.
does so far.
Right.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Scott, what else can you tell us? What do you think some of the points maybe that we've missed when we've been talking here? Something you think that's real important to get out there to our listeners?
Well, not just with our industry, but we're all buyers of something. We buy gas, we buy groceries, we buy cars, we buy an array of products. And what I like to do is to put myself, in that person's shoes. At Griffin Pools, one of the things that attracted me to this company was not just their customer service, but they really talk the talk. And we want to not just to help the customer with their needs, but we really want to build a relationship with them. We want to get them to trust us, that we can help them with their service needs, with their chemical needs. And anytime you're dealing with water, spa or pool, you do have to purchase chemicals. And that's our job, is to help them. But we want it to be a great buying experience. We want it to be pleasurable. And it's truly our pleasure to serve. And we think that Greenwood is not only a wonderful market, but Greenwood is growing.
Absolutely.
And we are able to bring recreational products to the market at a wonderful price, but also a vast array of products.
Sure. And of course, you know, the thing is, we are all looking for customer service, because you are selling something that we absolutely don't have to have. We may want it, we may like it, but you want to deal with somebody that says, we'll be back and we'll take care of you.
That's right.
Absolutely. Well, we are right here at Sharp Facets Gallery. We are talking with Scott Hughes and Rob Bowers. They are with Griffin Pools and Spas, and they are getting ready on Friday. That business will be open. It will be going. Their telephone number is 223-3081. That's 223-3081. Let's hear a quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be back. Don't you? That's right. We are right back here at Sharp Facets Gallery on the 72 bypass. Hey, you know, WCRS 1450 on your radio dial, so keep it right there. We've got great programming, and, you know, we're going to be adding and changing, and you're going to like what we're going to do. I guarantee it. Well, heck, I'm not going to guarantee it, because there's always somebody that doesn't like what I do, but what the heck there. We've got some new programming we're going to be putting on WCRS, and I certainly hope you are going to enjoy it. Now, what else are we going to talk about? We only have a little time left here to talk about what is going on right out there across from the Civic Center. Griffin Pools is getting ready to open. Now, Scott, how many people are actually going to be working at Griffin Pools?
We'll have a staff of about 3 to 4 in the summertime, and then we'll scale it back to just a couple.
Sure.
Once the pool season lines up this fall.
Now, you also, I understand, Rob, all your pool installations and this type of thing is done in-house. It's not subcontracted out with somebody else.
Yeah, we have a fellow who's been in the industry for probably 30 to 35 years, and he coordinates and schedules all of the above ground construction. So Nick is a great guy. He's a full-time employee of Griffin Pools, so it's no outside contractors. It's all done in-house.
Now, here's another thing. If I went out there and wanted to get my pool, how long am I going to have to wait to get it?
Well, during our grand opening, we have already reserved many spots for people that buy this weekend and for the next couple of weekends. If you were to buy a pool, for example, this weekend,
yes,
it will be up in the next 7 to 10 days.
Wow, that's pretty fast.
And for your do-it-yourself people too, you can just purchase the pool kit and put up the pool yourself. Now there is some grading that that needs to be done, and they have to put their base down, and it's not for just the average person to do. There is a lot to installing an above-ground pool.
Okay, so you can have a pool raising party.
That's right.
There you go, pool raising. You know, we used to have barn raising parties back in the old days. You can have a pool raising party.
Exactly right.
That's right.
Leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, probably you should, if you want it done right and you want it to last. Now, just talking about pools here, you told me you had a 24, tell me about the pool that you're going to have on special that's $29.95 installed.
Right, well, to break that down, for you do-it-yourselfers, $1,000 of that money is the install for the leveling and for your base and for the complete assembly of the pool. So you can actually purchase the kit for $19.95. This pool should normally be right about $3,000 for the summer, but right now it's $19.95 plus your $1,000 install fee. And any labor or service is always a non-taxable item.
Okay. So, but that pool is a what? Tell me the diameter of it. How big is the pool?
24 foot. That's a large family size pool, enough to accommodate 5 or 6 people with ease. Enough so mom and dad can float around on there and the kids can still splash around. 4 foot deep, which comes
and not aggravate you. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I cannot guarantee that. I cannot guarantee that. But that's all part of the fun.
That's all part.
And it wears the kids out too. So mom and dad, the kids sleep like never before.
Yeah. Now, what are some of the advantages of having your own pool, Rob? I mean, you've been in the business. I mean, I know Scott has too. But what are some of the advantages to owning a pool?
I tell you what I like at my house. I have 2 kids. One, I have a son that's 12 and a daughter that's 17. And I've had my in-ground for probably 8 or 9 years. I like it when their friends come over. You know,
you know where they're at.
I know where they're at, and that is important to me. And they have a lot of functions at the house because of that pool, and that just it gives me peace of mind, knowing where they are, knowing who they're with, and I use it a lot, especially in the summertime. I use it a lot, so I get a lot. I get a lot back out of the pool. I really do.
Absolutely. So, and the exercise and the good for you, and you know, it doesn't hurt your joints. I think that's one of the biggest things about pools, right?
Yeah, it really does. And we've done several pools. They were almost, I don't want to say prescriptions, but they were recommended.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for their joints, for their muscles, things like that. So we've done a lot of pools and spas, actually.
Sure, and it's nice to have your own pool.
Yeah.
You know, where you know what's in the water. You know all those things. You know, when you go to a pool at a hotel or something, you don't know what's in that water.
I try not to touch the water at all.
I can see you when you go, though. You probably have one of your test kits there, and you go out there and you test the water, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is really exciting to have a new business, and it's not something we, as far as having clothing and all this kind of stuff. It's pools, it's stuff for the home. I know y'all are excited about it. Scott, we wanted to just touch on a couple other things about the pools. $29.95 installed for a 24-foot pool. That's going to be a special going on.
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to have 12 months, same as cash through the month of April.
Yes.
You can have that pool by the 1st of May, I guess. If they go ahead and commit, they're going to be having a pool, right?
Oh, absolutely. Hopefully we can have it installed for them in about a week before the season really hits.
And your big thing, Rob, is all the chemicals and how you can help people make sure they get the water balanced and feeling good. Would that be correct?
Oh, yes, ma'am. The water analysis is free. You can bring your water in once a day or 4 times a day. It doesn't matter. It's free. We have a printout, and it shows you exactly where you are with your chemicals and what you need to get your water balanced.
And that's one of the toughest things about pools, isn't it, Scott?
It is, because some people take their water samples to different places. Or maybe the husband does one thing and the wife does something else, and then the brother-in-law throws his 2 cents in, and before you know it, you have a lot of different things. You need to stick with one pool company and one brand of chemical to be your most effective.
Absolutely. And you also, what, BioGuard? Is
We
that
do. BioGuard, the largest chemical dealer in the world, and we are one of the largest dealers of BioGuard chemicals in America.
So I guess that means your prices are really good, right?
We think they are.
Well, you know, the larger, the more you buy, isn't that the way it goes?
That's
the better
right.
the price.
That's right.
Yes, exactly.
That's right. That's how you win in the retail. But we are there to serve our customers and to bring them the best product at the best price.
Now, just real quick, do you have pool accessory items and stuff out there that you'll be having in the store?
Yes, ma'am. We'll have, we call them handheld skimmers, vacuums, brushes, floats, rafts, things like that, all types of toys, goggles. So you'll have a wide array of pool
Pool
toys.
stuff. Pool stuff. Okay, you got to have the pool toys, right?
You got to have the pool toys.
All the accessories,
Yes.
and with spas. Some of the larger spas might require a cover and lifter system. We have steps, also steps with storage in them, and also non-chlorine, non-bromine products as well for our spas.
All right. Well, if you are into pools, you got to be at Griffin Pools. If you're into spas or you think you'd like to find out more about it, you got to check out the spas right out there at Griffin Pool and Spas. Where are they located? One more time, right across from the old Civic Center, right there, 1621 Highway 72, 221. Give them a call. They're going to be working out there, and I guess if you want to go drive by and check it out, you certainly can. You can also give them a call, 223-3081. That's 223-3081. So check out Griffin Pools and Spas. Been in business since the 1980s. You know they're good because they're coming right here to Greenwood. They're expanding, just opened a store in Chapin, and they've got oodles right down there in Lexington. So, guys, thanks so much for coming out today.
Thank you, ma'am. I have enjoyed it.
Well, this is an exciting time, isn't it?
It sure is. My
It is.
pleasure.
Absolutely.
We're excited
So,
about being here.
well, we'll have to come out and check out the pool, and maybe we can do something on the air share with you. This is WCRS right here in Greenwood. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Bye-bye, everybody.